And then after 2 days of main draw action, we arrive here. By we, I mean us. The dynamic duo, they call us, I'm hearing. The favorite Asia Cup commentators. Angelo Zakarakis Nazar, and the voice of 3x3, Kyle Montgomery. What do you think when you look at these numbers, how they match up?
Well, it's going to be quite interesting because now you're looking at two teams that are built quite differently and play quite differently. China needs to establish inside presence, and they're going to try to feed the ball inside as much as they can to Zhu, who has size and power advantage. But when you look at the firepower from outside two-point land for Team Vietnam, Kyle, this game can go either way, and it's going to be based on which team can impose its will with the most efficiency.
Well, yeah, Vietnam have speed, China have size. Obviously, the methods of approach for both of these teams are different. It is going to be an interesting matchup. China do have the winning pedigree, so to speak, having won an Asia Cup title in 2022. New team this year, but this squad is looking very strong. Must trust and believe me. Actually, the most efficient team from inside the arc in the women's competition, converting 68% of their one-point attempts. So they will feed it inside, punish you, and try to make it a small ball game that they feel very comfortable getting a win in. So they have taken the court, and there they are right in front of you in all of their glory. China in the white and red trim. Their opponents will come out in red, the ladies in red, led by the Truong sisters. Vietnam saw the men's team make it to the main draw, but no further than that. And now it's just up to the ladies.
It's going to be quite interesting because Vietnam is becoming a new player to truly consider as contenders. They have made a name for themselves the past two editions of the SEA Games, and they've racked up silver and gold in the previous two editions. And now you're thinking that they're trying to translate their newfound success on a much greater scene. They're trying to go to the Asia Cup, matching up with the big brand names, and trying to see and figure out how close they can get.
I like that. The brand names. Yes, the household names. Well, they got some household names on this team. The Truong twins, V and Me, but
but it's a squad, though.
No, it is a squad. I was going to say that as well. Hang Thu played great in the qualifying draw, has been quiet in the main draw, and Nguyen has been playing pretty well at an average of 4 points per game for them. So, again, it is more than just the Truong sisters. It is truly a team effort to get the job done. But I think that the difference for them in a game like this is they're not going to win a sprint to 21 going by ones with China.
Yeah.
They have got to find a way to shoot the cookie, and they have not shot it at a high clip, or at least converted at a high clip from beyond the two-point arc.
I'll go even further, Kyle. I think that Vietnam cannot fall in love with their individual skill, and they have to share that cookie. They have to share that wealth, because they've been the most impressive the moment they got the ball on the move, and they were allowing each and every one of the girls on the roster to participate actively, particularly offensively. You know that defensively, everybody's going to put their best foot forward, but offensively, Vietnam becomes quite a dangerous opponent when they get that ball on the move.
Well, we are officially off the final day of action at this 2025 FIBA 3x3 Asia Cup. Start with Vietnam and China here in the quarterfinals. I'm the voice of 3x3, Kyle Montgomery, along with my guy, Nazar Angelo Zakarakis. Early inside score for Tao V. Truong, and it's quickly responded to by China. They bust right back.
Well, I think they kind of talked about it, Kyle, because you've seen the first possessions early for Vietnam. The ball is moving. They got 3 to 4 passes each time down, and that's quite interesting because that gives them good rhythm, and right away, the shots are not the same.
Who will let it go? That one flies off the iron. Over to from me to V. Two-piece on the way. It is not happening as Tao V. Truong has really had a tough go at it from deep, 2 of 11 from long range. She has scored at a clip of 5.5 points per game, but not had her touch from deep. The former Gonzaga Bulldog defending up top. Lee with it, swings it over to Yu Yan, excuse me. Now Lee drops it off to Zhang inside, no problem there.
I like what I'm seeing from both teams right now. They're using up their skill set to their advantage. China, patient, gets the ball going inside every single time down. Every offense there is, the ball is being touched in the paint. But for Vietnam, I think they talked it over. I think they thought about it. They realized they cannot just settle for one-on-one action, and I see the ball movement much better.
There's Hu sticking with it and even in the game up at 3 apiece as they get it moving left. Oh my. Tao Mi Chuang with the move and the groove, finishes with the scoop.
I maintain what I say, Kyle. You look at the way Vietnam is playing right now, they become much less predictable. And if you want to have a chance to beat this China squad, you want to be on the move because they're that tall, that strong, that physical.
So that one goes to Tao Mi Chuang. Inside, Zhao looking for another score. She'll have to keep searching. Thu Hang lets it fly, not that time. China looking at a 2-point deficit early. Ball screen by Zhao. Drop down low, Hu to Zhao, back to Hu. Broken up, shot up, falling away, spit out, loose ball. Goes to Tao Mi Chuang, 2-piece, that one is off the mark. Got some action underneath. Too physical is Vietnam. It's getting physical.
We have a nice matchup. It's a clash of styles. It's a clash of identities right there. They're not built the same way. They don't play the game the same way. Right away, going right back to their main strength. And I would do that all game long.
Again, well, that's a rare miss for Zhao. 82% in group play.
But it's a good shot, though.
Inside the arc, right. Doesn't miss him much. Zhao cannot get the rebound, but she's got help. Ball is moved up top, 2-ball on the way. Lee getting it to go. That's a good sign for China, who went 1 of 17 from long range in group play. You heard me right, 1 of 17.
If you stop your dribble, you get yourself in trouble. Mismatch action inside. They recognize it right away.
The help defense comes, but Tao Mi Chuang is called for the foul.
Did you see how much she influences the defense? She literally brought everybody in the paint, so you have wide open looks on the outside for Team China. So we saw one look that dropped in, Lee with the swishity swish, but she has open looks all game long with playing with Zhu.
Lee wants another, you're right. Jab step, cross, dribble drive, down in the post office, no mail to deliver that time. Quick clear by China to pump. Called on Tao Mi Chuang. And we have reached our first break in the action.
I like your French accent.
Thank you. Thank you very kindly. So here we go. We're off and running. We're off and running. We've been having a good time all week here in Singapore as we've seen this competition get tougher and tougher. And the stakes obviously have gotten higher and higher, and players have performed. They've met the level. 2 teams with contrasting styles, as my expert analyst, Angelo, has documented. And neither style has been able to get an edge so far. Deadlocked 5-5 as we get back to it. Down low, Zhao inside to Hu. Hu to Lee. Lee off the iron. Rebound goes to Red. The Truong sisters share the cookie. Now it's me to V. V, step back. Missed it. The struggles from long range continue for the 2024 Washington Mystic draftee. Should mention, you probably didn't know this, that Caitlin Tao V. Trong was the first ever Vietnamese athlete to play in the WNBA.
I knew that, and I'm glad you're sharing that that intel, because you have to understand, it's not common to have such high level basketball in the women's landscape for Vietnam. So they are becoming a player in this game, and it's a brand new thing.
Did you know this then? Here's more Truong sisters trivia. Did you know that both sisters finished top 5 all-time in assists in school history at Gonzaga?
Surely knew that, and the scoring, they're not too far off either.
He didn't know that.
Yes, I did. Of course, you got to do your math.
Do y'all believe him or not?
You better, because I was a Pac-10 player. How about that?
Okay.
How about that? Gonzaga was my neighbor. Don't forget
win,
that.
I forfeit. That's right. 5-5. Who can break the tie?
I love it.
Out to Tao me.
That's my first hating of the day, huh?
Yeah, well, you hazed me that time, and that's odd. Fade away. Oh no. Tao me has had her struggles too. Up top to who? Her. Down low.
Pass the ball better. Got to pass the ball better. If you don't have help side defense down low, you can afford to make a softer pass, Kyle. The ball can travel up high much longer without the risk of getting the ball deflected.
Well, the big is always going to have the advantage.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you don't have to rush it. I agree.
And also the big has to fight off the smaller players that are going to be scrappy with their hands.
That's the first two-piece of the competition for Tao Mi Truong. She was 0 of 7 in group play, made up for that with her effort on the glass at 6 rebounds per game, but her first 2 she's seen go through, and it was clear off the glass. Lee wants a 2 of her own. Not happening. Get off my back, will ya? Whistle. What's wrong? 75, 5:05 left in the game. Quarterfinal action, so you know what that means. This is single elimination here.
Of course.
Single elimination. Go hard or go home. Oh. That shot was anything but hard. Killing them softly with the floaty is Tao V. Truong. So Caitlin will step up to the line.
Kyle, did you notice that Vietnam is using that two-lady action, a lot more ball screen than they've had at all? If you combine all the games that they've played previously, it's looking much better and more options, more alternates in the way they approach the game right now.
Yeah, China, they look a little unsettled now, missing shorties. Vietnam see poised to attack.
There you go, ball movement right there.
V to V.
Tough shot.
Really difficult shot. Off target. Quickly down the shot. She's so tough. Almost automatic bucket at 82% inside. Put on the brakes. Couldn't break her off though. Never mind on that possession for Vietnam. Lee, no hesitation, only hydration, H2O, water. Knocks it down and gets the lead down to 1. Oh yeah, they going at it now. Oh, give me those cookies. I'll take that, you take this. She will assist her sister. Zhao, not impressed.
Yeah.
Oh, and that is going to be an unsportsmanlike foul because there was no play on the ball there.
Correct.
So a couple of free throws coming up after this media timeout. But would you expect anything less? Got a good one going on. Looked like Vietnam had a chance to maybe get a significant distance. The momentum had shifted, but then China kind of got refocused.
Yeah, I mean, the main aspect for this Chinese squad is, can you withstand ball pressure and make sound passes? Because you will have position down low. You will execute properly. Zhu and Lee will have size advantage. Lee will have open looks with Zhu completely drawing the defense in the paint. She's that dominant. So knock down shots and don't turn the ball over. But if you rush and you get out of character and you're trying to align your game the way Vietnam plays, that's not going to be a good look for China.
Well, they are also very good at the line, 70% in group play, and those shooting pluses from the line continue for China. Whoa, way out there.
China's doing a good job, Kyle, to make Vietnam take tough shots.
Crossover, 2-on-1. That pass is broken up, but
she's trying to pass as she has the road wide open for herself to go to the layup. I mean, they're trying to stop Zhao as much as possible. They're not going to allow her to just keep scoring. So that means you got to step up as a teammate.
Well, they got 1.2 seconds to get. Oh no, not going to have enough time to make a fake and then put a shot up. Got to have better game clock awareness. If you're China, trail it by 1 here. 3:28 to go. Quarterfinal number 1. Quick drive and the dish off to Tao Mi Trong, and a discombobulated possession there for Vietnam.
Just got to make quicker decisions early in the possession, Kyle. Like, you cannot double guess what option to use. I always tell my players, I always tell players I interact with and coaches the same. It doesn't really matter the options that you've chosen. It's all about not breaking up that rhythm. You're not going to make a mistake as long as you go full speed.
Look, my one hand. Sweet scoop. Give me those.
That's a bad
The
pass.
defense is really locking up for Vietnam. Took her to spin class. You're going to learn today. 13-10, who? 2 drained.
It's a nice game, Kyle. 2 different styles.
2 versus 3 right now. As an ankle seemed to hold Tao Mi up.
Yeah.
Slow to close out, and she will pay the penalty, which is double the price. And
yeah, she twisted that ankle pretty bad on that first step.
man, that is not good news for Vietnam, and you want to
And
be
Vietnam
healthy.
cannot foul.
Nope. She trying to defend. Shot goes up from Hu inside to Zhao, and a whistle. That dead ball is going to give Vietnam a chance to make a substitution as Tao Mi Trong tweaked an ankle. So Kaylee is going to leave the game.
Her foot kind of got stuck. She was trying to propel herself, and her foot kind of got stuck, and the ankle rolled.
Yeah, I'd like to get a closer look on the replay.
It's really like on the trigger step.
That is not what Vietnam had hoped for. Now having to play at least what we anticipate with 3 for the moment. They're going to try to attend to that ankle pretty quickly and see if they can get it back functional.
The trio that remains is good enough to get the job done, Kyle. It's all about now playing with heart, because I'm going to say it that way, even though it's not an easy task, but there are only 2 minutes left. So it's not like you got a full game to go with 3 girls. 2 minutes is doable, it's manageable. And that's going to put a lot more pressure on Kayleen Trong to get the job done.
That one is missed. Can't clean it up, not yet at least. They'll get reset. Lee, Zhao, down low. She is unstoppable. 2-point game, that is certainly a foul.
And that's a silly one, Kyle. That's a silly foul. Make her take a tough shot, contest it clean. If she knocks it down, live with it.
Yeah, disciplined defense.
Yes.
Definitely don't want to put her on the line to shoot 2.
Because it's not an easy one either way. She's backing up with the dribble. She's off balance. If she knocks it down, hey, shake her hand, say, good girl, good shot, congrats, and move on.
Vietnam's leading scorer. Kayleen Tao Mi Trong.
And I'll go further. People say, well, if they miss the free throws, it's a good foul. Now when it gets closer to the bonus land.
Well, China have 5 fouls. They got 1 to give. Vietnam in more trouble. And as it relates to the fouls, as they have no more to give, without putting China on the line where they've shot better than 70% from the charity stripe. Vietnam, who won their first 4 games after going 3-0 in the qualifying draw, won their first main draw game, and then fell short to Japan. Only 1 loss so far here, and this is one they can't afford to lose. The elimination phase.
So, going back to what I was saying, Kyle, now that's the 16th foul. Guess what? Can't foul no more, can you? Because you don't want to send Kelly to the free throw line.
Both teams, 6 fouls, 1-point game. Up top, they swing it. Crossover, spin move. Oh,
lost the footing.
I think she dizzied herself. Her whole equilibrium was off. She was seeing 2 goals.
You know it's bad when you dizzy your own self on the move.
It's happened before. Minute 12. Uh-oh. Abuse.
Ooh, that's a bad miss here. ISO work.
Tao V Trong. Pause. Through hang. Misses. Wide open shooter. Who with it back. Offensive rebounding has been big for China in this one. Second chance opportunities. A double dip. 3-point advantage for China as we approach 30 seconds left in the game.
That might be the dagger that does it.
Baseline, drive, and lay. Tao V Trong doing without her twin sister at the moment, trying to keep Vietnam alive. Who? A 2 would put this one completely in the bag. 20 seconds to go. Tao V Trong, not that time. Long rebound, track down, great hustle. But out of bounds off of Vietnam. It'll be China ball with 13.5 seconds left. That means only a second and a half separate the game clock and the shot clock.
Yeah, you know what you need to do if you're China, right?
Well, I guess you hold the ball.
Yeah, you just hold the ball. You don't even attempt a shot. And the thing is this, if you attempt a shot right at the 11th second of the shot clock, by the time the buzzer sounds, if the ball touches the rim, clock never stops.
Yes.
Game over.
Well, it's looking like it's going to be a China victory unless something miraculous happens.
You have to foul, obviously, if you're Vietnam, and hope that free throws are missed. You have no choice. You have to foul. You have to foul.
They don't.
Well,
they're
this
just
game
playing
is done.
regular defense.
Why does she shoot it?
Who shoot
Why?
that too? Well, and the door's open. Tao V gets it back to the shoot. She won't even get the shot off. Absolutely in custody by the China defense, who hold on and beat Vietnam. China, the first team to step their ticket to the semifinals. They are moving on up to the semis. Congratulations to Vietnam on a hard-fought game, and again, sending our very best to Tao Mi Chuong, who injured her ankle late in this game and is going to need some help to get off the floor. An occurrence like that is obviously game-changing and result-affecting. China able to take advantage and advance thanks to a 2-point victory. All right, we'll let you enjoy the highlights from this one. It was a good one to get us started here today. The next one is the two-time reigning champ Kangaroos against Thailand in our second women's quarterfinal coming your way.